with some additional resources because of the large number of occupants of this structure. At this point, we have approximately 100 elderly adults who are sheltering at the church just adjacent to the structure. They are uninjured, but because of the amount of damage, and really it's just water damage is the most significant portion, we've got them sheltering there until all of our crews can go through and try to mitigate as much water damage, and we're working with property management from the facility to get these residents back in. Our Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management is on scene, as well as Red Cross has been contacted for additional resources to help locate some of these, relocate some of the affected parties if that should need be. So at this point, like I said, we have 100 residents who are displaced. We do not anticipate that all 100 of those residents are going to continue to be displaced throughout the evening, but at least for the next few hours they will be. So as we go through this, we're going to be here for a couple hours, but the fire is out. It has been placed under control.
What happened? Do you know what caused the fire?
So right now our fire investigators are on the scene. They are investigating the cause and the origin. We hopefully we'll have that later within the next 24 hours or so, but we don't have any confirmed cause at this point. We are, I don't know for certain. It did not come out as a kitchen fire, and I believe they isolated that. So it was somewhere else in that apartment, but where exactly, I'm not sure. That's obviously a common cause, is cooking. I don't believe that it was a cooking fire at this point. Yeah, the structural integrity of the building is fine. Really, the sprinklers did a really nice job keeping it in check and keeping that fire from spreading outside of the room of origin. So, no, the biggest concern right now is just the amount of water, because once the one sprinkler head opened up, it started opening up some other sprinkler heads on that floor as the smoke got outside of that apartment. So there's a lot of water damage to apartments that weren't necessarily affected by fire, but now they have water damage because the sprinkler system's opened up. So that's the primary concern at this point. It was life-threatening. They were transported life-threatening to Bayview. I did, as of about 15 minutes ago or so, they were still reported to be alive, but in critical condition at the hospital.
How many units? We know that it was in one unit. It was started in one unit, but how many units? Do you know how many units have been affected?
So there are 2 wings to this building. It's just the one wing. We believe that the most recent count's about 15 or 16 apartments. However, because of the water damage on that floor and throughout most of the building, we don't want to put any of the residents back in there until we have BG&E come out and make sure that the electricity is sound, because obviously water and electricity don't mix well together. So before we put folks back into that situation, we just want to confirm that that's all good to go. So obviously, if they're not able to return today, our first hope and ask would be that family members are able to care for them immediately. If they are unable, like I said, we have our Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management here that will assist with placement, and Red Cross has also been contacted, as well as Catholic Charities, which I believe is either owns or helps to facilitate the building. They have other facilities and resources. So we're working with all of those agencies in concert to get them relocated should they need it.
So which wing was involved? Was it the far?
My understanding is that it was the wing that we're looking at right here, the one that's closest to us. That's my understanding. Mm-hmm. No, I don't have the exact figures in front of me, but I do know that the first 2 companies were in the station at the time, and like you mentioned, the firehouse is literally, there's 2 firehouses within about 60 seconds of here. So they were in station at the time of the dispatch and responded, and were here easily within minutes. I could get the exact figure for you, but within 2 minutes for certain.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add or share that we didn't ask, or do you think is important and pertinent to this story?
No, I don't think so. I think we covered most of it. As we have more information in terms of any updates on the patient's condition or updates as to the origin and cause, we'll certainly be putting that out. But as of right now, we're just letting the fire investigators from the police department do their investigation to figure that out. Standard practice whenever we have somebody critically injured to have them come out and take a look to make sure that they can nail down the cause. So.
Can you do this whole interview over again, because I wasn't rolling?
Sure.
I'm messing with you.
That's fine. I can't tell you it's going to be smoother or more smooth or less smooth, but I can do it all over again.
No, you know,
we did. So our fire academy is right down the street.
Okay.
And because they've actually had some training already, they're trained and certified as emergency medical technicians. So because of the large number of patients we have, our fire academy brought them over to just assist with keeping an eye on patients and whatever, just kind of more for logistics.
Y'all haven't gotten any experience.
Yes, sir. All right. You guys need anything else from me?
Bag of money, right? You want a bag of
Look,
money?
if I had that, trust me,
Hey, listen, man.
we all need